In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to do a biomaRt search on the website and in R. And I think if you can see those two things back to back, it'll help you make sense of the scripts that you write as you design custom tools to describe different phenotypes in the human genome. So the first thing we have to do when we do a biomaRt search in either platform is select a database. There are only 4 options: ensemble genes, mouse strains, ensemble variation, and regulation. Because we're looking at SNPs, we're looking at variation, we want to select the variation database. In our code, when we run biomaRt, we're going to be able to list marts, and I've created a variable here to store that information when I list marts. So I'm actually just going to show you that on the console. And you'll see it's the same 4 options. So just like we're selecting on the website, we're going to go through step by step, and we're going to select in our script. Now we can do the same thing for data set. We're interested in variation, so we're going to pick human short variants. And in posit, we're going to select this mart. Ensemble mart SNP data set equals Homo sapiens _ SNP. So slightly different terminology, but the same name. How do we figure out exact wording for R? Well, we're going to run these list commands. So when we run list data sets, we're going to get a list that looks just like the pull-down menu on the website. It's going to give us all of the possible options for what data set we could use. And we'll see that one of the first options, just like on the pull-down menu, one of the first options is Homo sapien variation. We can see Homo sapiens SNP right here. And that's the one that we're going to pick. Now we're ready to start selecting filters. What kind of data do we want to get? So in this project, we have a list of SNPs. In the 23andMe file, we have about 1 million rsids that we want to look up. In order to do that, we are going to need to make a list of those rsids. So we can do that by creating a variable called values1. You can have it be equal to the column from the 100 first SNPs file, or you can have it be something that you type in if it's just a couple of SNPs. So I did this as a very short example with just 2 SNPs, and then you can read it in. And I'm going to copy those numbers and actually use them for the search on the website. So I'm going to do filter, variant filter, filter by variant name, and type in both of these SNPs so that I could do a search. And then the last thing that we pick is attributes. This is the data about each SNP that we're downloading to our computer. There's lots of different data that you can use for this project. I think variant name is really helpful. Minor allele, global minor allele frequency, clinical significance, phenotypes, p-value, risk allele, all these things are helpful. And you can scroll through the list and kind of see if there's anything else you want. If you're doing something that is a very specific, like genetic disorder, consequence-specific allele might be helpful. You just have to decide based on your project what information you want to pull from biomaRt. And then we're going to do the exact same thing programmatically. We're going to look at all the possible attributes with a variable called MyAttributes. It's pretty big, so I don't think it's actually easy to see on the console. Instead, because I've stored it as a data frame, I'm going to open it up as a tab. And now I can scroll through it and look for the different things that I might want to download. So clinical significance is row 15, p-value is row 29. You just have to make sure that however it's formatted, like p_value, is exactly how you type it in your list of attributes that you create. So I called my variable ATT1 for what I want to download, and I listed out all of the columns of information that I wanted. Once that's set up, I'm ready to run the biomaRt function. The first variable that goes into that function is the list of attributes. Next is the list of filters. Next, the list of values. And lastly, the type of MART, which is the database and the data set that you're searching. Hopefully this side-by-side comparison has been helpful for you to visualize like what you're searching in biomaRt. You can always come here and click count and check that you're getting the same number of answers on the website as you're getting in your spreadsheet. and then you know that you've set up your search correctly. Good luck designing your own custom software for the final unit